Hello, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to Ongaku to You, the podcast where three friends come together and break down what's new in the Japanese music industry. This is the podcast for the week of April 19th, 2019. I'm your host, Ken, and with me we have Luna.
Hello, everyone.
And Gray.
What's happening, dudes?
And we have a very, very special guest, our writer, Rentford.
Thanks for having me on the show.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
We're very excited to have you. Yay!
Yeah, welcome aboard.
Nice to be here. Yeah, thanks for having me.
So, who are you? Where do you?
Oh,
where are
yes,
you
yes.
living?
So,
where are you living?
I am Rentford. You may have seen my name before. I occasionally write articles for Ongaku to You. And currently, I am living in Japan, in Matsusaka City, in Mie Prefecture. And I just came here, I want to say, a month ago to teach English. And so, yeah, here I am. My favorite artists include Sheena Ringo. Lately, I've been listening to a lot of Kirinji, and I also historically like a lot of Kotar of the Deepers. And I've also been listening to Shibata Satoko. Her new album is great.
Oh, baby.
And let me see. So for my favorite genres include math rock. So I listen to a lot of Toriko and a lot of other more indie artists in Japan and also in the West. But I also I listen to everything. So if you were to look at my last FM play statistics, you'd probably just see a lot of stuff. I listen to R&B, regular rock, like hip hop. So I tend to focus more on the indie side of things, though, for my articles. And yeah, so hopefully people have enjoyed some of the articles that I've written.
I have certainly.
I have as well.
Oh,
Yeah, I've read a
thank
few
you.
of them. They're really good.
Let's see.
So,
Yeah,
so I have a question.
Yes.
What is considered to be math rock compared to like alternative?
So math rock in particular tends to be it tends to have a lot of different time signatures. So your typical pop or rock music would be in, for those of you who know music theory, in like 4/4 or 3/4, which are time signatures that are like 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, or 1 2 3 1 2 3. Those are very common time signatures, very even, and that's what most popular music tends to be written in. But math rock very much tends to deviate from that. Math rock will have moments that are in 3/4 or 4/4, but you also have like 5/4, or they do a lot of time signature and tempo changes throughout every song, and so that tends to be the defining characteristic for math rock.
I see.
Basically, to put it in layman terms, math rock tends to be pretty scatterbrained. Not in a bad way, but like if you listen to a math rock song, it'll be really fast and then really slow, and it might seem really abrupt at times, but the tempo kind of jumps all over the place, and yeah, I think that's a pretty defining characteristic of what makes math rock.
Well, I mean, you can also shift and adjust tempo without necessarily adjusting time signature.
Oh, yeah, for sure,
There's
for
a
sure.
little difference.
Yes.
Because I was talking to a friend of mine, because he is I have some friends that are they were in a metal band, they had to disband.
Mm-hmm.
But I asked him, because I was asking him, I was like, why would you write a song in, let's say, 7/8 time signature
Mm-hmm.
over a 4/4 or a 3/4? And he told me like the bigger difference is anytime like you're in like a 4/4, you tend to be dealing with a much slower song. So like a ballad or something would probably be written in 4/4, because you're only counting 4 beats in a measure instead of
right.
8. So that was what he told me, because I was curious. I was like, why would you pick one time signature over the other? And there's several. I know, like 4/4 is a popular, especially if you're in elementary band. That's mostly what you play in.
Right.
And then in high school, I remember we mostly did 7/8 time signatures.
Ah, I see.
But But I know I've seen 30-second time signatures.
Yeah,
Or 16 time signatures. Like it gets crazy.
It gets
and I'm
crazy.
Like, geez, you're counting a lot of beats in a measure.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, so aesthetically, like I'm in a band too, back at home, and so we do a lot of experimental music, and a lot of our music tends to not be in 3/4 or 4/4. We do play a lot of songs that are in 3/4 and 4/4, but since we're an improv band, and so whatever comes out
Oh,
comes
okay.
out, and so sometimes we've had
Yeah,
some like
yeah.
7/8s, we 11. I don't know. We've had some crazy things just because that's just what
Yeah.
happens.
That's the nature of improv because
Yeah.
I was in jazz band in high school and we had to do a lot of improv. And
Oh, okay.
that just I remember from like personal experience. It's just like that goes on for as long as it needs to go on, and like sometimes like when you're improvising, like you have a thought or an idea you're trying to convey through the music, it doesn't fit in a time signature. So
No.
so it's kind of up to the director to, or I guess a band, you guys don't have a director if you're just playing in your garage, but it's kind of just up to everybody to just make certain like they're on the same page or whatnot whenever the improvisation ends. It's tricky stuff, and my hat's off to people who are really good at improv music because it sounds super easy, but it takes real talent to make that sound good and not a train wreck.
Yeah, it's really, really
Like real
difficult.
talent. It's like it's difficult.
But yeah, let's see. I also like shoegaze music too recently, so I've been listening to a lot of Luby Sparks. Um, I guess that's all that comes to mind right now. Oh, I've been listening to a band, one of my friends' bands actually. I wrote an article about them. Smoke Bees. So you might see another one coming along pretty soon. But they recently came out with their debut album. It includes shoegaze and a lot of other genres, but it's very good. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that.
So yeah, from there, let's move on more so on what we've been listening to. Let's get more into depth with what you've been listening to, Rentford. So why don't you kick us off this time around?
Yeah, so like I said recently, I've been diving more into the KDNG discography. They're a band that I just recently found out about last year, and ever since I found out about them, I haven't been able to stop listening to them. So I have had the fortune of being able to enjoy their discography on Spotify. So because until then, I was only able to listen to like one of their compilation albums. And they're so good. They're just such masterful pop songwriters, right? Like, just in terms of lyrics, in terms of just the emotion that they capture in a song. I don't know. In my opinion, right now, to me, they're just unparalleled, or they just really suit everything that I enjoy about music. So I've just been listening to a lot of them. The albums I really like in particular right now are 3 and Fine. So I think if we have listeners that are very extensive in their knowledge of Japanese music, they might, these aren't new releases, by the way, right? 3 came out in 2000, Fine came out in 2001. So I'm sure we have listeners that are very familiar with these releases. But yeah, I love it. So
What do you think is your favorite song by them?
their most popular song by far is Aliens, and that's so. A quick story of how I found out about KDNG was I'm also a really big fan of Awesome City Club. If you're not familiar with Awesome City Club, I guess they're kind of like a city pop, kind of like a pop rock kind of band, and they came out with a release Torso last spring. I want to say around this time. And on that release, they included a cover of Aliens. And that, to me, was the most emotionally impacting song on that release. And I didn't know if it was an original song or not. So, it said Aliens, like live studio version or something like that. So the assumption was, oh, there must be like another version of it, right? So I just typed in Aliens. And lo and behold, I found out that it was a cover of the, very popular Kirinji song that came out in around the year 2000. And so, usually when you hear a cover, right, and that's like the first time you're hearing that song, that might be your favorite version of it, right? But
Mm.
yeah, when I heard the Kirinji, the original version of it, yeah, I loved that one just as much, if not slightly more. So yeah, so I through that, I just went into a deep dive, and yeah, that's how it all got started, and that's probably still my favorite song.
Yeah, because I found out about them through Moteki, to be perfectly honest.
Right, right, right.
Because I knew of them, but a lot of their songs is I already knew from the mixes, and the artist that does Moteki, she really likes a lot of older rock and really kind of older songs, and Kirinji
Mhm.
was one of them. I think they were featured on two of their initial chapters. I think one of them was the Wadu Isekatsu,
Right, I believe so.
and then the other one was used for the popular mix, and that was off their first album back in '98 or something like that.
Right, right. From I think that was from Paper Driver's Music. I forget the exact
Yeah.
name of the song, but yeah, I remember hearing those songs as well because I also really liked Moteki, but I actually didn't put two and two together. I listened to the soundtracks for Moteki, but I didn't really remember a lot of the names of the artists.
Mm.
So yeah, it's kind of interesting how, you know, I guess how far back that goes. And also, I am a big fan of their more recent work too. They came out with an album last year called "I Will Arudake Subete," and that is, very different from their earlier releases, but is also
Yeah.
very, very, very good. And I know you enjoy that as well, Ken, right?
Yeah, it was used for their 20th anniversary, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, and they actually also released a new compilation for their 20th anniversary.
Mm. Yeah, which I just loved, and he's a composer of one of my favorite Idolmaster songs,
Oh, Lemonade.
Lemonade. Give me that lemonade.
Yeah, I wonder if anyone listening knows Lemonade. But yeah, if you
Oh.
didn't know, that's actually a song written by um, Takaki Horigome, which is, I guess, long story short, Kirinji was formed by two brothers, the Horigome brothers, and one of them left, but the older brother is the one who's still in the band, and he's the one that's kind of accredited with more of the songwriting. And yeah, he's a great songwriter, and he wrote Lemonade. So if you are an Idolmaster fan and you like Lemonade, and you didn't realize that it's a song written by him, maybe you should check out Kirinji.
I think you'll like Jikanganai. Jikanganai was a really good song too. That's why
Yes.
that hints towards that. But yeah, what have you guys been listening to? Sorry, it's been all
Yeah,
about
yeah.
Rentford for a bit.
No. Thank you. I'm very interested to hear what everyone else is listening to as well.
Luna, why don't you go?
So, I actually went a little indie this week in a car because I needed some chill music. I was listening to Ink's Bypath album,
Oh.
which is just so. I love the jazz R&B fusion, and it was very mellow, and it fit with the weather we were getting to because we were having really crappy weather. So, it kind of fit with it, and I loved it. I also was listening to Cicada. Did I say it right? Cicada or Cicada?
Cicada.
Cicada.
Cicada. I think it's cicada.
Cicada.
So I was listening to their last mini album that came out in November with Furetemo,
Mm.
and I love that mini album. It's amazing. I want to buy the rest of their stuff now.
Yeah, it's unfortunate what happened after the fact, but
I know, I'm so disappointed, and I keep joking whenever I get into a group, they break up.
Oh wait, they broke up. I didn't
yeah, they
realize
had
this.
their farewell last live tour this, like, I want to say the last couple months. We were invited to it as a podcast, but since we're not based in Japan, we weren't able to go. They offered us free tickets too.
Oh wow, I didn't realize they broke up. Well, that's unfortunate.
I know, every group I like breaks up, so I
Oh,
make this
no.
joke because 4 Minute broke up when I got really into them. Sistar broke up when I got really into them. 21 broke up. So I joke I find a group or a band I like and they break up.
Stay away from LOL, please.
I own their LML album.
I know. I'm just joking.
So, but that mini album they released in November is amazing, and just the beat and everything is great. The music, her vocals, it's fantastic, and I want to buy the rest of them now, which I still probably will. So, and then I started listening to Kotokumi's Driving Hits 9. And it's fun. It's not my favorite Driving Hits album, but I needed something kind of upbeat to go on in the car with today, so you can't go wrong with Driving Hits.
Oh, yeah, you can't. You really can't.
So this one's 3 discs. I'm still on disc 1. It's worth the money, $30 for 3 discs. Hell yeah.
That is a good price.
Oh yeah, unless you buy the fan club edition, which I still want to rebuy it and get that fan club stuff. And then I was listening to Chanmina again. That's what I listened to for the past 2 weeks. I'm sure everyone hates me who's rode with me in the car. It's just Chanmina every single time. And I can't say the song that everyone's probably sick of. I can't play it at work out loud because of the language.
Oh,
so I had
now
my
I know.
headphones in.
Oh,
Now I know. Now I remember.
I have an idea.
Well, yeah, and there's a lot of songs in their first album, like, oh, I can listen to some music. Oh, I can't play this out loud. Okay, I better put my headphones in.
Wait.
So mainly those 4. That's it.
Yeah, with that, great. What have you been listening to for the last week?
Well, I started listening to some Daichi Miura again, thanks to a little article we got to write this week. Or was it last week?
That was last week.
Last week? Yeah.
Last week. Well, it carried over. So I was listening to a little bit of Daichi Miura this week, and I was listening to a little bit of Little Glee Monster too. Just kind of wanting the new album that they're coming out with. So I don't know. I still might get that. I'm kind of on the fence a little bit. And other than that, I've mostly been preparing for the big update that happened Wednesday on Super Smash Brothers. For people who do not know, they added Joker to Super Smash Brothers, the main protagonist in Persona 5. So I've been listening to a lot of Persona music
I
this
thought it
week.
was the character from the hit movie Suicide Squad.
Yeah, wait.
Academy Award-winning movie.
Well, I mean,
Suicide
Joaquin
Squad.
Phoenix
Don't say that.
has Joker coming out as well. So,
There's Joker.
but no, I'm talking about the Persona
Robin?
Joker.
But no Batman? Okay, sorry.
Guess so.
sorry.
I mean, you can just
But-
make the Mii fighter, right?
Yeah, if you have a chance to check him out, I recommend it. I really, really love him. And the Memento stage is really, really cool.
Yeah, that's a nice
Especially
touch.
if you're listening to the Persona 4, Persona 3 music. And the Persona 5 music, the tracks that they pick from Persona 5 are really good too. I think my only gripe is I don't like the remix that they did of Aria of Sorrow. I'm not a huge fan of that one, but other than that, I actually like all the tracks.
I'm mad that they didn't include the song Mementos.
It's called Mementos, but they didn't include the song called Mementos.
It does.
I mean, they can add that song in, or in a future update or something, right?
Then again,
Yeah,
you know,
it's possible.
That's one of the songs that my mother probably just does not like, because when I was grinding in that game, I would just listen to it for 30 minutes at a time, and the track is a fairly repeating tempo track. So it's kind of like, you know, Duels of Fate, where it has just it has that level of annoyance. It's an inside joke between it's an inside joke between me and Rentford there, but it has this repeating tempo, and my mother just was like, "Can you just change the song for God's sakes?"
No, that's not how this works.
Yeah,
8-bit
but
dual face.
yeah. Okay, but yeah, I've been listening to a lot of things though, like usual. I've gotten Ghost Like Girlfriend's latest mini album. Well, I think it was Wilderness or Wildness. I think that's what it's called. I got it through Apple Music, but I've been really liking it. It has a couple of the songs that I really like, but I really liked his second mini album more so. I did pick up Yes We Are Again by J Soul Brothers. We'll get to that in a moment because of the other song that was the music video that dropped for the news. We'll talk about it just a little bit. No, awesomeness, all that lovely stuff there. But yeah, besides that, I've been listening to that. I've been listening to Nakataki Ayumi again because I was in the whole wrestling mood. And that's the current opening for The Fish, Suzuki Minoru.
Yeah, some big wrestling events happened recently, huh?
Yeah, it's the last 2 weeks, but then also I got Cider Girls' two EPs, I guess, 1 and 2, and I've been really enjoying that. And I've been listening to Sakana Action once again just to give hype for their new album that's dropping pretty soon. I'm quite sad that they did delay it, but it wasn't too much of a delay. But yeah, besides that, let's move on to the news here. And if you guys don't know, we go by our release schedules. So let's pull that up for the first part here. And I believe the first one is mine. And first is Angel Rev. It just announced that they will be having a couple of releases for the summer single. After the very successful single, Itoshi Love, the very popular 5-minute idol band, Angel Rev announced that they will be having a brand new single on July 3rd, seasonally titled Sama Star Love. It'll have 2 tracks and come with 2 different editions. A standard edition called Luna and Solaire, I believe that's what it's called, and a limited edition. Both editions will come with different B-side tracks because that's how the idol industry gets you. And pretty much the limited edition will come with the Blu-ray copy of the music video along with the dance version of Sama Star Love. They also announced that they will be having a 5th anniversary live simply called Angel Rev 5th Anniversary Live to be with you on May 18th in the lovely Shibuya Stream Hall. So if you guys are in Shibuya during that time, hopefully you're able to go. You can pre-order all the lovely editions on our site and check out the track listing also. I'm quite excited. I really kind of did like Itoshi Love, as generic as it was back when the release came out, but it was alright.
Well, and I was like, this group looks familiar. I just looked on my phone. I grabbed Itoshi Love when it came out.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
Hey, it's all about consistency, my good sir. It's all about consistency.
Of the generic idol songs. I shouldn't say anything because both me and Rentford used to be very, very big Wota fans back in the day.
Hey, you know, there's a special place in every Wota's heart, for this type of song, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just looking back, you're defending him.
Let's leave it at that. Yeah.
But yeah,
It's a good song. It's a good song.
It is a good song, but regardless. Moving on up, it is Pella takes us on a magical ride with their brand new preview of their latest album. So if you guys don't know, they are a 4-member new age band, and they are going to have a brand new album called Sequential Souls on June 5th. They dropped the trailer for it on Universal's official YouTube channel, and it'll have a CD-only standard edition release. You can check out the track listing on our site, and you can check out also the trailer for it on our site also. If you guys are interested, they also announced that they will be launching a live tour to celebrate the release of the album, simply called Sequential Souls Release Tour, which will run from June 15th to July 12th. You can go check out the lovely, lovely tour schedule on our site as well. I like it.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. Really,
it was very interesting because I never really did listen to them before, but then the teaser kind of drew me in to be like, maybe I'll keep this on my watch just a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. I think I'm gonna pick this up for sure because, of all the great releases we've had this week, I think this one speaks the most to me. They have that vibe, very much like um, what's that band that did the 80808? Shoot, it escapes me right now. But yeah, they have a nice sound. So
You have a nice sound. And yeah, and that's what's most important too, yeah. So I do like the fact that they just don't have any Japanese, so when translating this article it was much, much easier time. But that's just a little backwork there.
oh yeah, Sachmos. That's what I was thinking of. Right.
Oh, such moves?
Yeah, yeah. Who I'm also really into, by the way. But anyway.
But yeah, continuing on up, it is the lovely, lovely virtual YouTuber Azaki. Izuki? I have difficulty understanding how to pronounce
Is it Azuki?
Azuki?
Yeah.
They just took out all
Wouldn't it just be Ozki?
Yeah, Azuki.
Azuki.
Ozki? That'd be my guess.
Regardless, the lovely virtual YouTuber Azuki announced that she will be doing a double release for her upcoming 2 tracks, Fake Fake and Inochi, which are both dropping on April 30th. If you guys don't know, she is a virtual YouTuber a la being... What's that other famous one? Yoshida Ai?
Hatsune Miku?
No.
No?
This,
that's a Vocaloid. This is
specifically, they are like a YouTuber, but it's all digitalized.
Yeah, Kizuna Ai, right?
Kizuna Ai, there we go. That's what I was thinking of. It's a la main of the Kizuna Ai stuff, where they'll have an interaction with a digital girl, and it'll go all straight up on YouTube. It's kind of been the trend for like the last year and a half to 2 years in Japan, and it's really taking prevalence now. But it's interesting because they got some big names composing these songs. The person that is composing and written Fake 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 is Keita Tanaka of the music production Scrambles. And you and me should be a huge fan of them, Gray, because Scrambles is the music production team that does a lot of the songs for Gang Parade, Bish, and BIS. Bish. So they're the main like driving force of the production team, so the music composer.
Now that you've told me
writer.
that, this makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm. I really like Gang Parade a lot.
Yes.
I love Bish.
So the person that wrote it is also helped out writing the Brand New Parade, their major debut single. So you actually might like this a lot, Luna.
I think I did listen to Fake Fake Fake, or at least a little snippet of it, or did I? But I think I might actually like it because I love Gang Parade and I really like some ambitious stuff. So I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, so it's a more guitar-heavy rock song. So it's really nice. It's a la Bish and stuff like that, where it's a little bit more of the non-idol songs. Mm-hmm. Not traditional idol songs.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this because what I've got to hear of Fake 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 is I really, really like the song. So I can't wait for this to come out.
On the opposite spectrum, Inochi is a very emotional pop song, and it's written by popular Vocaloid and idol composer Wataru Sina, and he previously produced Azuki's track Real Melancholy. And it's interesting because it has different around us sounds that kind of pushes of what the song's supposed to be. Like there's like random noises, and the random noises like I think like a trash can hitting or something like that.
Something to that effect, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting how they used ambient noise to make a track like that. And if you guys don't know, Senna is pretty renowned in the Vocaloid community, and he produced Ogata Yui's latest album, the Hop Skip Apple album, I believe that was called, that released like a month and a half ago or 2 months ago now.
Okay.
But I'm looking forward to it. You can preload or pre-order the 2 tracks on our site and check out her previously released song Hikaru no Machi on our site. So, but yeah, moving on up, it is Ghostlight Girlfriend, who I just love. He just announced that he'll be having a lovely special guest being used for his first released album. We previously announced that Ken Okabayashi, who does a solo project called Ghost Like Girlfriend, will be dropping his first full album under EMI Records, and it's elegantly called Version. The album is due out on June 19th, and it will include a lot of interesting tracks like Last Haze, which is used for the official PlayStation Instagram mini drama, which is weird that I just said that sentence, but
That's a thing.
yeah, that's a thing, yeah, because Instagram,
Oh.
that's how you get them likes, man.
I just didn't know that they were doing mini dramas on Instagram now.
I mean, you can record up to like 3 minutes on a regular thing, so.
Oh. Wow, you just blew my brain.
And it'll include his very popular track Fallen, and it'll have 11 tracks total. Version will release with 2 editions, a standard and a 2-disc limited edition, which the second disc will have remixes of Ghost Like Girlfriend's popular songs done by DJs AMPM, Sasuke, Night Temple, just to name a few. You can pre-order both editions of Version, I should mix that around, on our site, and you can check out also the track listing. I'm looking forward to it. I'm sad that Want Like Lover isn't on here. It's on the remix, and I'm kind of cringy on how to hear what a remix version of Want Like Lover is. So.
Yeah, you never know. Remixes can be really good or ruin the whole thing.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because I actually like the original beat of Want Like Lover. That's why. So.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the
It's the
thing,
one
right? If there's a song that you already really like, and they remix it, it tends not to be the case where you like the remix more, right?
Yeah. Oh well, who knows?
Who knows?
Like you said with covers, like technically I really do like Scandal's version of what was that song?
Oh, the shoot. I know which one you're talking about, but
The kitchen song. The kitchen
Yeah.
song.
The zone.
Zone song.
Yeah,
Luna, it's Zone's very popular song.
Which one? Sotsukyo, Boku no
Oh,
Tami,
Secret Base.
Secret Base. That's what it was.
Kimi ga Ireba?
Yeah. So
I keep
really
forgetting
like
Secret Base
Scan-
is a cover.
Yeah, I really like
like the
Scandal's
original
version
better.
of Secret Base.
I actually like the original better, sorry.
Well, then again,
Scandal's
I-
version is the
now.
only version of that song I know.
oh, you should listen to Pastel Palette's version.
Oh yeah, they did do a cover of that. I have heard that too. I will take back my original statement.
I think it's one of those songs where, like, anyone can cover it, and you can't mess it up, right? So I like the original. I like every cover I've heard so far. I mean, not like random YouTube covers, but like the any artist that has released a cover that I've heard.
Didn't May J do it too?
Yeah, she did a cover of
Yeah.
Secret Base 2, I believe. So which was good.
It was on her first cover album, I think.
Mm-hmm. So.
I love that
But
song.
yeah. Hey, Gray, why don't you take up on this next article because it's a group that you mostly love.
Yeah, well, I was originally supposed to do this article, and due to timing, I couldn't do it. But yeah, I'm really, really excited about this. So Bridio has dropped their music video for their upcoming song Ote Ageda. I hope I said that right. It's currently on YouTube. This song is super good. I definitely recommend checking it out. And if you live in the DC area, you will have the very special privilege of getting to see them live at Oricon on July
Otakon.
26th through the 28th.
No, it's Otakon.
I've always said Oricon.
Oh, it's Otakon. I know a lot of people.
Well, I know
don't.
it's a play on the word
Sorry.
otaku, but thanks to Metal Gear Solid,
I was going to
everyone
say,
I
is
know
Solid Snake going
pronounces
to be
it
there too? Yeah, it's probably Otakon. Otakon,
Otakon.
potato, potato.
Yeah.
Potato.
Fortunately for all our listeners, maybe some of them thought it was one, some thought it was the other. Well, they're both the same thing, and you can go
Yeah.
and listen to them there.
Yes. I was telling Ken earlier in the week, like I can't make any promises because July 26th I've got a lot going on at the end of July. I may not be able to make it, but I'm going to try to go because I love Bradio. They're like my second or third favorite band, and I would be remiss if I didn't take this one opportunity to go see them because they're like a 6-hour drive away, so I can manage that.
Yeah, that's doable.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to go, and if I get to go, I'll maybe our friend can help me out and get like a backstage pass, meet the band. I don't know.
Yeah, our I remember the first time I went for trips for groups, it was Scandal. I went for Vamps, and then I went for Scandal. I went to the lovely California for both of those. It was interesting, but that
I
was
went for Flow. Years
Oh,
ago
for
at
Flow.
ASEN, I went for Flow. Yeah, I
Wow.
got to see
Well-
Flow at ASEN.
Well, this would be my first. This would be my first concert of a Japanese band. So
Oh wow! Yeah.
I'm like I said, I'd be remiss not to go.
You
so
gotta go. You gotta go.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to figure out logistically how I can do this.
Six
If it
6
wasn't a-
hours.
6 hours isn't bad.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Yeah, it's worth it.
Oh yeah, I did that for Chicago. Each time I go to Chicago, it's about 5.5 to 6, depending on how fast I drive. So I usually get there earlier than later.
Well, I think my bigger concern is not necessarily like getting up there per se, but having a place to stay. That's where you really start racking up the money.
And
So
well, heads up on Oricon, if I'm correct, because I knew someone who lived in Maryland, and they would go they would go every year. I think the concert venue for Oricon is separate from where the convention is held.
okay. Well, yeah, because when I first read the article and got the news, I was a little confused because traditionally Otakon is held in Maryland. So when I saw it was in DC this year, I was a little confused, but
So
it is in DC this year.
So with Otakon, because they're so big, they've had to separate a lot of things. They're the second biggest one in the country.
I thought they were the biggest.
No, it's Expo.
Anime Expo. Yeah.
It would be
Expo's
Expo, man.
Expo's the biggest.
I forget how
then
huge
Otakon.
I forget how huge Anime Expo is. But that's
Yeah.
in California, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's in
California.
California. Yeah. But Otakon, from what I
I'll
know,
never make it.
my friend stopped going because it was too big, and they might charge separately for the concert because I think they charge for the cosplay contest. I know Expo does, and I heard Otakon did too because they had so many people trying to go that you had to get tickets really early, I think. But this was years ago, and I don't know how they do things now. But before you go, look into like how they structure it, just because I know how big I've heard it is. I'm trying not to scare people. I don't want to scare people into not going. I just know how big that one is, and like I used to go to ASEN, and ASEN's gotten a lot bigger since I've gone, and now they do autograph tickets and everything. Whereas years ago when I went, they never did that. So I know Otakon was big when I was going to conventions, and it was still the second biggest, and I know it's grown since then.
Well, Otakon's also on my bucket list of things to do. So like, I've always wanted to go, and I've never had the money or means to go. So.
Yeah, if you can, it would.
If
be
there's
amazing.
a year to go, now is the time because I love Bradio.
Yep, and they always announce the biggest stuff there too.
This single, man, is going to be crazy. So it's a single, but it's 13 total tracks. 10 of them are regular or songs, and then like the last 3 are what they call the hidden Afro version. So it's the instrumental versions. So like the first 3 songs on the single are brand new songs, which I am really excited for. And then the 4th through 10th song are all live versions of some of their more popular songs that they've done, like Back to the Funk, Flyers, Funky Kitchen, and Boom Boom Heaven is also another one. So I'm really excited for Otakon. I'm also really excited for this single. Like, this is gonna be dope, and I cannot wait. This is gonna be great. And if you haven't had a chance to check out Ote Geta, it's on YouTube. I can't recommend it enough. Go check it out. And if you are as excited as me for pre-ordering it, you can do so on the site.
Yep. So hopefully you are able to go to Otakon. I really want to go to ASEN though, because it has Best Girl from Bang Dream.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Her
okay.
voice actress is.
I have not kept up with con news, so.
So yeah, Aya Suzuki.
Well, you're in Japan, so it's a little harder for you, Rentford, to keep up with the con news.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, Aya Suzaki is gonna be for ASEN, and I really wanted to go because she voices Marina, the best girl for Bang Dream. And if you guys don't know, Marina is the assistant character for the game. So she's not any of the girls that sings the songs, but she's the owner of Circle, which is where you guys perform in the game.
Right, and she is not any less important than the other, say, characters in the game. So.
Yeah, she's been in the industry for quite a while. She's been in it for since Idolmasters, at least since 2010, because she was in Bakuman a while back. That was the anime version. So
is there another version of Bakuman I don't know about?
There was the OVA that led into the.
Okay. I was like, there's only an anime version. There's no live action Bakuman, is there? Like, that's what confused me. I was like, is there a live action Bakuman?
Was there a live action Bakuman?
Yes, there was.
Yeah, there was, right? Yeah, I want to say there was, right?
Done by Rurouni Kenshin himself, aka Deno. If he was the main guy.
Yeah, I know he's in Deno. Deno is still on my list of things to watch.
Oh,
just
God.
as a heads up.
Just be careful of that. The time sync for Deno is very immense.
Yeah, well, I got to get through Blade. That's the next Kamen Rider series I got to get through. That's the next on the list. So.
Blade is really popular. But yeah, regardless, continuing on up is another piece of your news, so go right ahead.
Yes. So, and I didn't realize that Doberman Infinity have been around for as long as they have, but Doberman Infinity is celebrating a 5-year anniversary this year, which is really cool. And to help celebrate this, they're releasing a compilation album called 5. And, well, I called it a compilation album. It's sort of a compilation album, sort of not at the same time. So it's coming out on June 26th. It does come in 2 editions, a standard and a CD plus DVD. And the main CD is going to be 18 tracks long. So, I mean, this is a pretty meaty album. And 6 of the songs, so 1/3 of the album total, are going to be brand new tracks. And 5 itself is also a song on the album. So you can pre-order your copy of 5 on the site for both the standard and the CD and DVD edition. And you can also check out the track listing for the CD. And the DVD also has 12 tracks as well, like 12 music videos that you can check out. I'm really excited for this. I'm actually might pick it up because I really, really love their song You and I. And at first, I was kind of indifferent on Super Ball, but after I fell in love with You and I kind of fell in love with Super Ball. So
there's a reason why I really like Super Bowl.
Yeah, I know the reason why you like Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm going to be picking this up too. Man, June's going to kill me. So many releases. This adds to it.
Yeah. June 26th, it's coming out. So if you're interested in Doberman Infinity, if you want to get an idea of what their past 5 years have looked like, I recommend picking this up because if you're new to the band, this is a great way to get started because it's going to be their best of hits. And those 6 new six new original tracks are really what got me interested in this. So,
but yeah, continuing on, it is Yuma Uchida, who I just love. Well, I love his sister.
Oh, I know you do.
I think Kyo, our live-in mailbox, loves her just as much, I think.
I'm sure he does. Ooh.
Okay, what's his sister's name? I gotta look this up.
Mayu.
Maya.
Yeah,
Maya Uchida.
Who you may
Oh, by
also
the-
be familiar with because, both Yuma and Maya are very prominent seiyus in the industry right now. So.
Mm-hmm. And Hakase, oh baby. Oh, by the way, Gangan EA channel had an update with both her and Ayane Sakura.
Oh, okay.
So I
Gotta
gotta
check
watch
that
that
out.
after this. Yeah. But yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yuma Uchida he will be having a brand new single called Speechless. And he dropped the preview for both that and the B-side SOS on his official YouTube channel. Speechless, which is going to drop fairly soon on May 8th, will serve the ending theme of the current anime Kono Uta Tomare and is Uchida's third single overall. It is a very interesting pop song because it's filmed in both the 8mm camera and HD camera, so the style of filming is very interesting. It gives that indie vibe. And SOS is a very ballad R&B style track. You can check out the track listing on our site and pre-order both the standard edition and the limited edition, which comes with a DVD of the music video and making of Speechless on our site. You can also check out the previews for both songs on our site also. I'm very excited. It's too bad he died in Goblin Slayer. Continuing on up, it's... What Amelia? That's what we called it. Remember?
Yeah. So it's Ameri.
Ameri.
I was
Ameri.
gonna say it sounded like Ameri, like French.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
En français. Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, I think that's where it comes from.
Amelie,
read the,
who
the
is
katakana
a-
pronunciation, but yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Amelie, who is a 4-member rock band, dropped a music video for the upcoming single Non-Fiction on their YouTube channel. Dropping on April 24th, this is the latest release by Amelie since their album Beautiful Life back in May of last year, and will be the band's second single overall. What's very interesting is the music video had a bunch of fans that were able to be interspersed throughout the music video, and gave them a up close and personal experience with the band because they got to see them rock out live, kind of like in the indie days. So giving them a once in a lifetime experience. The single will include 3 tracks total and have a CD plus DVD standard edition release. And the DVD will include their one-man live event in the very famous Ibisu Liquid Room, which took back in September of last year. They also announced that they will be having a release tour with the single starting from May 25th to July 28th. You can see the full tour on our site, and you can pre-order the single also. I'm looking forward to it. I really did like Non-Fiction, so I'm probably going to pick this up.
Yeah, it was a great song.
And continuing on, I believe it is you, Gray.
Yes. So for this next article, we actually have a very special guest on the podcast, besides you, Rentford, sorry, who is coming on the show specifically to make this stellar announcement. We actually got the singer himself to come on and promote this title. So, Ken, why don't you take it away?
Domo!
Oh my god.
Okay, joking aside, so yeah, Japanese voice actor and singer Kenichiro Ohashi. He is super well known in Japan as Ken, that hence the joke. And he is in a live action, like they're doing a live action production of an anime series that just aired back in January. And it's based off of a visual novel that's, I think, came out in 2015. And the single is called Hitoyo no Aini Kimi Omo. And it is due out on July 24th. The live action movie, they still haven't announced a release date, but I imagine it's somewhere around then, if not before, probably a little bit after this comes out. and he's done some new promotional picture work and stuff for this single, and he doesn't really do a whole lot. He doesn't have too many singing credits. Like, he has a few, but it's not his primary focus for his career. He's mostly a voice actor. And you can, if you are interested in the anime, so the anime is called Meiji Tokyo Renka, and it's kind of like Inuyasha. It's a similar premise, but instead of going back to the Warring States era, a high school girl goes back to the Meiji era and encounters magic and historical figures. And so if you are interested in the anime, I did leave a little trailer in the article that you can check out if you're interested. And if you are interested in checking out the song, you can pre-order it on the site. And I have the last article of the day too. And
For
I
releases,
think
anyway.
everyone here is excited for this one. So,
Yeah, definitely.
So Utada Hikaru is releasing a Blu-ray version of. They did a recording of her last performance of her big tour last year. So the tour was called Laughter in the Dark Tour 2018. And what really makes this significant is the fact that this is the first concert, this is the first tour she's done in 12 years. So it was really this big moment for her in her career. And they're really wanting to celebrate this. This thing is huge. So this actually went up on CD Japan yesterday. And it is being sold in limited quantity. So if you're interested in picking this up, don't sit on this because they're not selling a lot. And it's to the point where they're limiting it to one per person. So, but the actual contents of this Blu-ray release is really huge. So the Blu-ray will be of the tour, of her 20th anniversary tour, final showing, and on the Blu-ray will also be a documentary film called Talking About Laughter in the Dark. Now, with the Blu-ray, there's also going to be 2 DVDs that are going to come with it that have music videos on them, like Forevermore, Anata, and Hatsukoi, and a couple of others. And there's going to be another documentary that aired on M-On. And also there's going to be a 60-page photo book and a replica of the backstage pass. And if you order now, they still have the straps that go with the backstage pass, but that's an external bonus. And the supply of the strap is different from the supply of the Blu-ray release. So just be mindful. Act now so you can get the strap. Because if you wait, you might still be able to get the Blu-ray, but you're not going to be able to get the strap. So you can pre-order on the site. We do have a track listing for the concert that she did. So if you want to see what song she did for the concert, so you know what to be expecting, you can pick those up. And the tracks, like, this concert looks really good just looking at the track listing. Like, she did Colors, which is a good song. Sakura Drops, Hikari. First Love is on here. I'm not going to go over the whole list, but these are just a couple of them. So this is a really, really good concert. It looks like it's going to be great. And yeah, you can pre-order on the site. There is a little preview of Play a Love Song, which, as I have stated, is my favorite song that she's done in the past 10 years. So I am excited for this. I will say it's a little bit out of my budget because it's a little bit on the pricey side. But I know, Luna, you're looking forward to it.
Oh, I'm gonna buy it after I get off. After this, it's going in. It's already in my cart. I just have to hit purchase. I'm not missing out on this.
Yeah, like, this looks like a once in a lifetime thing. So act on it while you can, because this thing's going to be huge, and I don't think it's going to sit in there long.
No, it won't. I'm tempted to do it right now while we're talking about it.
Yeah, actually, I can't believe it's been 12 years since her last tour. It makes me feel kind of old. 'Cause, like, I kind of remember the last tour, but anyway.
I do too, so don't feel old.
Okay.
Yeah, it is hard to believe, but I mean, if you look at her discography, I mean, she was on hiatus for what, 8 years, something like that.
Yeah,
What was
wow.
the last release
Yeah.
of a Kingdom Hearts game? About 8 years.
Yeah.
No, well, no, because the first movie in the Evangelion series came out in what, 2007? That was 3 years after Kingdom Hearts 2. So if you just do the math, her last tour was in 2007. So around the time Evangelion dropped.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah.
Jesus, it came out that long ago.
Oh
We
my
still don't have 4.
God.
Yes.
Time flies.
Yeah, the first movie came out in 2007. The second one came out in 2009. The third one came out in 2012. They just started recording the fourth.
Yeah, who knows when that's gonna come out? Let's just
We
be
were
honest.
promised it when I was going to Japan, and that was 5 years ago.
Yeah, it's
And
been
then
a long way.
it was supposed to happen after Ano was working on Godzilla, right? And that passed as
Yeah.
well. So we'll get it someday. How about that?
Like I said, they've actually gone on social media. They've taken pictures of the script. They've shown the voice actors recording.
It's like, we're doing it for real, you guys. Don't worry, we're doing it.
Yeah, investors don't leave.
Like,
No,
we're
we're actually
not-
working on it.
We're not gaslighting you. We're really working on it now. Thank God.
Bandai, don't worry, please, don't worry about it. But yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah, it's 2007. Yeah,
But back to Utada.
I'm looking forward to it, and it's a little bit pricey on my mind too because I just found out that I'm going on 2 trips, so
Yeah. This thing's gonna. I mean, to be fair, I think you're getting your money's worth out of it. So it is a little bit on the pricey end, but you're getting your money's worth because, like I said, this is a once in a lifetime thing. It's going to be a collectible. It's going to go up in value more than likely. And
Her stuff keeps its value.
yeah. So and like I said, you're getting a lot. Like that 60-page photo book, probably going to have a lot of good stuff in it too.
Yeah, and since it's limited to 1 per person, right? So in other words,
Yeah, if you order off CG Japan, it's just limited to 1 per person. So
if you're getting
they
one,
don't they
off
don't
of
want
CD
you.
I see. Yeah, if you're getting it off of CD
Yeah.
Japan, it's the perfect opportunity for both you and your friend to pick up a copy, 1 each. So you can have an agreement. One of you can open it so you can actually enjoy the contents, and the other one can just keep it under wrap. Keep it wrapped so it retains its full value. Yeah, I think that sounds like a
Yeah,
good deal.
you could split it 50-50.
Yeah, 50-50.
So like yeah, and then if you ever do need the money to sell it, you can
Yeah.
get 50% back.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan.
But yeah, continuing on up to our last piece of news here, which is Sandame, J Soul Brothers from Exile Tribe dropped the latest music video for their song Raise the Flag. And if you guys don't know, it was technically, I don't know what to call it because it was technically the first song on the single, but it's considered the B-side for the single.
Yeah,
So-
this confuses me to no end, but this
Yeah.
music video is dope.
Oh
I'll
yeah,
tell you that.
it was very, very interesting. But yeah, it was used for the B-side single for Yes We Are, which dropped last month, and the music video wasn't unfortunately part of the initial single's release. But yeah, you can check out the music video on our site, and it shows all the members dancing in a very interesting dance style, which is fairly different from Yes We Are.
It's for me because I watched it and I was like, man, this is just cool because I was originally just going to put it on and do something else because I was just interested in checking out the song. And once I started watching the music video, I couldn't take my eyes off of it. It's really, really cool. I love the dances that they do in it. It's very well coordinated. I like their outfits too. Like they look suave. And I mean, I think this is like one of those music videos you gotta watch it. Like I don't know if I can describe how cool it is. Like this is really, really, really cool music video. You got to check it out.
But yeah, when I first found out about this, I immediately sent it to you, Luna, and you were like fangirling over it.
Oh yeah,
It was an
I
amazing
really really
song.
liked it. Oh, I agree. I'm really loving everything they've been doing lately, and I want an album really bad now, so I can
Yeah,
have all the
especially
songs they've released.
especially with the latest album, which did so well. I got that album, and it was really good from last year's one. But this year's one is looking to be really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, with that, let's continue on to this week's music corner. And this time it was you, Gray, that took the reins. So go right ahead once again.
And of all the things that we've done on the show, I think this is by far my most nervous moment. So, yeah, so I just recently discovered this band, and I know Ken and Luna have mostly used groups that they're really familiar with. I went with a slightly different approach and went with a group that I wanted to get more familiar with, and that's why I picked the group that I did. So if it seems a little odd, there's a reason to it. So I picked Mad Kid for my very first music corner, and the reason why is I really, really like the anime The Rising of the Shield Hero, and they do both of the openings to that show. And I really, really, really liked the opening to the first opening that they did, which is called Rise. And just a little bit about the group. So it's a 5-member group. They are a hip hop rap group, and they were actually formed way back in 2014. And they originally went by a different name. They were called the J Boys 5, which is really weird. And literally like the next month, 2 months later, they changed their name to Mad Kid, and that is what they've gone by ever since. And the 5 members that are in the group are not the original well, most of them are original members. They did have a different leader in their early days, and he left after a little while, and so their current leader, his name is Yuta. If you watch the music videos, he's the one with the bright, bright, bright red hair. Can't miss. And then you have Yuki and Lin. Both of them are bilingual, and they're the rappers of the group. And then you have Kazuki and Shin. And so those 2 guys are also vocalists along with Yuta. So like the group consists of three vocalists and 2 rappers. And for me personally, like I really, really like the way Yuki and Lin rap. I really love their style and the way that they rap. They do they really help produce a lot of the music that the group does. And Yuta does the choreography for the group, and I really, really like their choreography too. If you watch their music videos, I think they have really, really good dance sense, and I mean they're really well-tuned machine. I wasn't expecting to like these guys as much as I do, and I will say I do favor more of their more recent stuff as opposed to their older stuff, because their more current stuff really falls more under pop, in my opinion. They kind of moved away from like, there's rap in all of their songs because they got 2 rappers. That's what they do. But I would say it's moved away from like the hip hop sort of thing, and it's way more of a pop song. Like my favorite song they do is a song called Puzzle, and that is the poppiest song that they have. So, I really, really like these guys. They actually do have a new album coming out, which I discovered in my research for the group. So I wouldn't even know they were having an album coming out if I wasn't doing the music corner, and I'll probably pick it up. So you can pre-order it. It comes out next week, like the 26th, something like that. don't remember off the top of my head. And I didn't actually put the release date in the article, which is my fault. But it does come out this upcoming Wednesday. So the day after the podcast drops, you can go and still pre-order it, and it should be out the next day if you're interested. I'm probably going to pick it up, even though Puzzle isn't actually on the album, but that's okay. I still really, really like these guys, and I encourage you guys to check them out if you can. What did you guys think? Because this is where I'm more like the most nervous about.
So, I actually really liked them, but I liked their more when they did more of the rap, like their hip hop style, than their poppy. So my favorite song was actually Rise. I loved Rise.
Yeah.
That was like my favorite, but I will say this, I thought some of them were Korean at first because of their dance moves, their looks, and their style. When I heard Rise, I first thought, oh, are they K-pop? And it really reminded me of the older K-pop because I was into a lot of the boy bands back in the day. And with the colored hair, with the pink and the white, and their dance moves, they're very... If you like K-pop boy bands, you would like them because they do have that style. And their dance moves are amazing. And they have really, really good voices. I'm surprised they haven't jumped into my radar before.
I think they jumped on everybody's radar because if you go and you look at all the YouTube videos that they put out within like the past couple of years, you know, they get an average of 50,000. Some of them go up to like 100,000. Rise has over 6 million views.
Wow.
So this song really, really put them on the map in a big way, and I can see why a lot of people think like it's their best song. Like I said, I like Puzzle because it's catchier, it's poppier, and I can listen to that song on repeat all day. But if it wasn't for Rise, I wouldn't have checked them out to begin with. What did you think, Ken?
I think that they should have been called K-Boys instead of J-Boys.
K-Boys fine.
Yeah, you know, the uncanny fashion of what their style and their genre is fairly K-pop heavy, but it's a breath of fresh air, so to speak, that a Japanese group decides to do it like this. However, you know, it is interesting nonetheless. It's the hair that really gets me, because I really just think that they're K-pop people. That style does not really help.
Yeah, their aesthetic is super K-pop, so it's not just you.
So, I mean, if they want to branch out and do international stuff, I mean, that will work. However, immediately I was like, are you sure this is a Japanese group? Mm-hmm. And I was like,
I thought the same thing. I had to really do some double takes, but that's probably why I liked it, because I do have a little bit of guilty pleasure on the, and it reminded me of older K-pop before they went all lip syncy and, you know, more of the, I don't know, more of what they're doing now. Let's put it that way, or not lip syncy, but what's it called? Auto-tune.
Yeah.
So that's why I really did like them, because it brought back of what I liked about K-pop, and you don't see many Japanese boy bands do that. They have their own unique style. This is very, you know, it stands out, and I'm surprised I didn't hear about them till now. But they seem pretty new, and I like them. I kind of want to pick up their first album.
So they did release an album back in 2016, but it's when it was the four of them. Shin hadn't joined the group. Shin joined the group last year. So the first album with the current lineup, all 5 members, comes out next week. And that's their second album total.
Their Circus album. And the cover is very K-poppy. If you look at the cover of Circus, it's very K-poppy. Just saying. Sorry, I had to put it out there.
Yeah, not a bad thing, you know. Yeah, it is what it's just an observation, right?
Yep. I'm kind of excited about this, and I really had a lot of fun listening to all their songs.
Rentford, I know you chimed in just a little bit. So I wasn't 100% certain if you got a chance to check them out. Did you like them?
Oh yeah. I checked. I was able to listen to them right before the podcast. Just in all honesty, and yeah, I actually only listened to Rise, and I heard of Rising of the Shield Hero, so I didn't
Yeah.
realize that they were the ones that made the opening for that. So yeah, I like
Well,
that song a
they
lot.
do both. They do both the
Oh
openings.
yeah, both the
So
opening
Rise,
and the ending, right?
Yeah. Oh well, they did the. So the anime they did the animes has two openings. They did the first one and the second opening. So the
I
second
see.
opening is called Faith, and it's a really really good song too. I actually listened to Faith on my way over from my, because I'm staying at my parents and my parents have cats. I'm super allergic, so I have to stay with my grandmother when I come visit them. And so on my way over here before we started recording, I had to drive, and on the way over, that's what I was listening to was Faith because I really really like that song. That's a really good song. So
Yeah, they're really polished. I thought like just based off of the video I saw for Rise, I could tell that they have been doing this for a number of years. So
yeah.
because yeah, both their choreography and just the way that they all kind of sync up with their vocals, it's a really well polished, really fine tuned machine. So yeah, it's kind of surprising that they have been around for a number of years without really breaking out. But I'm really happy for them now.
Yeah. I'm glad you guys liked them because I was nervous.
Oh yeah,
I was like,
it was
man,
a great
I'm gonna be-
pick.
I was like, man, I'm gonna be the first person to have the pick, and like nobody likes them. I get self conscious like that sometimes, but I'm glad you guys really enjoy them. Yeah, like I said, I just found out about them like month or two ago, so they're pretty fresh to me too. And like I said, like I'm wanting to use the music corner as this opportunity because I've said it before, I'll say it again. I'm really the new guy to a lot of this stuff. I've not really been in the Japanese music scene as long as you guys have. So, I've always I'm always looking for an excuse to listen to a new artist and to find new people to listen to. And sometimes you get caught in the rigmarole of life, and I think we all have like a comfort food music that just helps us get through the day. And so, that's what LOL has turned into me. For me, it's like I listen to them all the time. Like they help me get through life.
Song.
Oh, my comfort is Kodakumi. It's always her.
So, but yeah, no, these guys are awesome. Check them out. I know I'm probably going to be picking up Circus. Probably I haven't pre-ordered my copy yet, but I'll probably do it once we get off here. So,
But yeah, I want to thank you for that. And moving on will be the lovely Oricon now. And this week was very interesting. It was just literally all idols.
Mm-hmm.
that's not true. There's two non-idol people on here.
Yeah, but idols dominated in general.
I feel like it's this week had the most idols I've seen on this ranking for a while.
Same.
I mean, these days, like the
Yes.
ranking usually has like a bunch of idol artists, but this was like 80%. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's start with number 10, which is Snowflake Remind by Jewel Nigay. Yeah, let's go with that. And it is a snowflake. It is.
Like, I don't know what the second word is. Negate works for me. It's so awkward. It almost looks French. I mean, if I'm being honest. I was thinking like Neji or
Neji. Ninja.
That's what it says in the katakana. Well, regardless, Jewel Neju with Snowflake
Yep.
with Snowflake Remind, and it is a Snowflake Remind because we are in the middle of April, and they decided to do a winter song.
Well, let's just say I had snow last week, and it was April, and it freaking sleeted at about... What time did I wake up from that hangover? About 6 a.m.? That was some
Hey man, the Night King came for all y'all.
Yeah, probably because they were partying too hard. But yes, it sleeted, so I guess I can see where there's some snow in April, but there should not be where I live. Just
Yeah.
saying.
There shouldn't be snow.
No, there should be zero snow where you live,
Yeah,
Luna.
but even in Japan, like it made the news last week because there was snow here too. So
And Iwate?
no, not
Was there
here, but
snow?
I don't
Oh.
remember exactly where, but I think like in the Tohoku region there was snow as recently as 2 weeks ago. So
Yeah, it's strange.
global warming. Oh.
Global
Yep.
warming.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It's going up.
But yeah, Snowflake Remind. It was all right. I it's those kickback and you just leave it on in the background kind of item music.
Yeah, that's how I felt. It was just there.
It was there.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't
Yeah,
good
it wasn't
either.
bad. It wasn't good. It was nothing special. It was just there.
I'm gonna surprise everybody here. I kind of liked it.
Ha 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 ha.
Outside of like the bizarreness of it being a winter song in the middle of April, that was like the only jarring thing to me about it. But the song itself, I actually like. I couldn't find them on Apple Music. That was my one downfall.
June. But yeah,
June.
yeah. It sold a wonderful 13,564 points. And it was alright. I mean, like I said, if this was 2 months ago, I think it would have been okay to release this, but not in April.
Mm-mm.
They
Nope.
could have had production issues.
Perhaps. Just perhaps.
Or they just want more snow.
Yeah, maybe. They're just praying to the snow god.
I mean, to
Okay.
be fair, I listen to "Let It Snow" by Color Creation all the time. It's one of my favorite
you-
songs.
Yeah, I was going to say, but you like color creation. So,
I do. I love Color Creation.
but
Yeah, this song had a really earnest, like heartwarming vibe, which really suits the snow theme that they were going for. So for whatever reason, whether it was production issues or not, hey, it's still snowing in some places pretty recently, so it works. It works, and that's why it's on the list.
it
probably, right?
works.
It's not as out of season as we originally.
Yeah, it's not
thought.
as out of season as it should be. But
Maybe they're wanting to do the southern hemisphere release where it's becoming winter right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They could have
yeah.
released it for Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Oh, maybe they
Oh.
know. Maybe they just love Game
Oh,
of
yeah.
Thrones.
Oh
Winter
yeah,
is
winter
coming, my
came
friend.
this past Sunday. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't gonna get on that because otherwise me and Luna are gonna have a lovely 2-hour chat about that death stare that they were given.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, continuing on up to number 9, it is toned by Aoi Shota, and he's another voice actor also, if I'm remembering correctly too.
Yes.
And-
yeah,
And this
he's
is
also
for
a voice
this is for the opening for the anime Kono Ota Tomare. So we just announced that the ending was being released. Now we have the opening on the chart. So probably Yuma is probably going to make the chart on the lower ends again.
actor. Nice.
Probably when his song comes out. But it was all right. I liked it. It's the typical male voice actor release for a pop song.
yeah, it had a very
Yeah.
brisk, upbeat vibe to it. So it's a nice song.
Yeah, so and I was always thinking because I was watching the music video and I was like, is Yuma in one of these songs? Because it's done by King Records and it's the same record company that Yuma and Maya does also. So
And Mizuki Nana.
yeah, and Mizuki Nano. So King has the monopoly on all the Seiyu stuff
Ooh,
and all the idol stuff for in general, if I'm remembering correctly.
King Atlantis.
Mm.
And Flying Dog.
But yeah,
He
Tone
had
showed a. Oh, go right ahead.
Oh no, he had a higher voice than I expected. But yeah. I
Oh
liked it.
yeah, that threw
Yeah,
me
I
off
thought that
too.
Yeah, his voice was a little high, but I gotta say, this song is. I really, really liked it. It does have a little like an anime vibe to it. I mean, it's being used for an anime. I guess it should, but when I clicked on the song, I don't know what I was expecting, but I got something I wasn't expecting, and that's always a nice surprise.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, Tone sold a lovely 14,459 points. And going on to number 8, oh god. It is Idolmaster Shiny Color Fragment Wing 01 Ambient Eve. Ambitious Eve.
Ambitious.
Ambitious Eve. Once again, I don't know what I just said, but that's
I-
the word for
I
the
like
chorus.
it.
Word salad and
Word
Idolmaster.
salad.
It was your usual Idolmaster, but I liked it because the songs were actually kind of fun. It put me in a cheery mood.
You know what's really funny is the main song, Ambitious Eve, was alright up until you got to the chorus, in my opinion. But their B-side song, Itsuka Shiny Days, was an amazing song. It's a ballad song, that's why. So if they just sing ballads all day, I wouldn't mind that.
Play to your strengths.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was done by the Shiny Colors group in Idolmaster. I guess that's like a whole separate section of Idolmaster. Like I'm not too familiar with it, but you know how like they have Cinderella Girls and Aquars and all that lovely stuff. So I think
Theater
Shiny,
age.
yeah, the Adder generation.
yeah. We did that forever, and they were like, "Oh, it's theater."
Right?
Live and learn.
But yeah, I don't even know which voice actors are doing this one.
And
But
it doesn't say. That's why I'm very curious about which ones are. Because I think for me, there are certain voice actors and actresses I love, which is what draws me into a lot of these.
But yeah, I mean, it sold usual numbers for Idolmaster. It sold a lovely 16,224 copies, points there. And going on up, it is number 7 with Deluxe by Hashtag. And for the love of God, I could not find this song. They have to
No one
work.
could.
They have to work on their SOE very, very much with a band called Hashtag.
Yeah, unfortunately, like searching for hashtag was not the easiest thing to do.
I think it's hashtag.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I guess hashtag like it's a character that kind of gets trumped when you search. So
Yeah, it's I think I know I spent 30 minutes today just trying to find this song. I eventually found it on Spotify, but it wouldn't play. I don't know if it's region locked to Japan or whatnot, but I couldn't get it.
yeah, the best I was
But-
able to do was find a 30-second video. I guess like a preview video on YouTube, but yeah. Just based on that, it's a nice pop song. I was only able to listen to the chorus,
Yeah.
but it's got
And
it's got like a kind of Johnny's vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because they're like a bunch of Ikemen pretty boys, I think, from Nagoya, and that's their whole concept. So they're the male version of Team Sachi. So they are a boys unit, whatever that means, but it's sold amazingly nonetheless. I think it's their best sold song in a long time. And it sold a wonderful 18,871 points. And going on up to number 6 is, oh god, it's Gyuto Gyun by HKT48. So, the last 2 weeks, you heard my lovely thought of this, and we've heard Luna and Gray's thought of this. But Rentford, me and you personally have a connection with Akimoto stuff.
Yes, we do. We go pretty far back.
Yes, we go pretty far back with that. What do you think of Hinata 46? This is technically their re-debut single.
Well, I actually kind of like this song. Like it.
Thank you.
I didn't really want to. Like I don't mean that. Like I'm not biased against idols or anything Akimoto related. Like let me just be clear about that. But like I'm at this point I didn't have high expectations, right? So as soon as I clicked play and I heard the cue, like I was like, oh, it's actually kind of catchy. So it's kind of stuck in my head right now. So
Yeah.
for better
No.
or for worse, it's a pretty catchy song. That's
Thank you.
It's in
Thank
my
you.
mind right now. You were the
What?
chosen one, Anakin.
Oh,
You're s-
Oh no, I got Lady Gaga.
That's a level
in
of
my head.
betrayal, man. That is a level of betrayal.
and it
you
doesn't
were
help
supposed
that,
to find them.
well, because I'm in Japan right now, right? So if any,
Yeah.
I guess I don't know if I mentioned this earlier. I just came to Japan about a month ago, and so adapting to things here, going to the supermarket, and hearing the music that they play. I've actually heard this song kind of a lot around here, like going
Yeah,
out and stuff
yeah,
like that.
I
So
would assume.
I maybe the first time I heard it, it sounded kind of like a generic, idol song, but the chorus is very catchy, and it's got a cute dance. It's got a nice vibe to it. You know what I mean? It's very. It's very befitting of their kind of like comeback
of their style. No,
Yeah,
I mean
yeah,
I
yeah.
understand. It's a very good debut, and like I said, I want to see what they're gonna do with their next couple songs. Like I said previously, it's a good, solid debut, and that stupid "Gyungu Gyungu Dashite" is gonna get in my mind for the next
yeah, whether
week
you
and a
like it or not,
half.
just embrace it. Embrace it. It's not gonna. That's the only way to get it out of your head.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Rentford. I will say, if you liked Kyun, check out the whole single because the B songs are really good too.
Okay, I'll be sure to do that. Yeah, I kind of
yeah.
like it. I actually have it playing in the background right now. Oh boy. Oh, this is a
Oh
problem.
boy, this is the start. This is
no.
how.
This is how you get started.
Yeah. Okay. We're not going there.
But yeah, this week it's so they lovely 19,531 points, and going on up, it is King&Prince once again with Kimi o Materu. And yeah, I wanted to hear your thoughts on this, Luna and Renford. Mostly because Luna, you weren't able to join us last week about
no,
it.
I got surprised for the surprise birthday party.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's where I was. I had no idea until we got to the parking lot and I saw a couple cars and I thought maybe something was going on. But so I really like Kimi o Materu. I actually really liked it, and I really want their new album now. I might have to buy it. I think this is one of my favorite songs in out of the last couple singles. Like, I love their first single, but this one is probably my second favorite.
Yeah, I feel like of all the songs that King&Prince has done so far, like this has the most like sort of Johnny's. I want to say it kind of reminds me of like an Arashi kind of song, and I guess that's kind of fitting with like them with their news that they had last year, right? So with King&Prince being like the up and coming group, it kind of makes sense for them to go for that kind of thing. But I liked it a lot.
And their vocals are really good live.
Yeah, actually, their vocals are good. And they're really coordinated too. Like obviously they don't really do anything super flashy with their dance moves, but yeah, they've got their act together really.
Mm-hmm.
The future is bright with them, and
Yeah,
I can't
definitely.
wait till the album also, and I'm probably gonna pick it up. Oh my god, this is how it starts with the Johnnies again.
Yeah, this is how it
This is how it always starts.
Yep.
This is how it freaking starts.
Yep.
I'm honestly looking to pick because I'm like Luna. I'm kind of like with her. I was kind of on the fence about picking this up, and after I heard "Waiting for You," I was like, "Oh, that's a no-brainer now." So yeah, I'll probably be picking up their album.
But yeah, this week it sold a lovely 19,536 copies. And going on up, it is number 4 with Tokimeki Sendebu no Victory Story and Aohara Harto Shieka. Katakana is going to ruin it for me.
Shaker.
Shaker.
Google
Shaker.
Translate says that second song is "Youth Heart Shaker."
Yeah, Seishu no Heart no Shaker. Well, gotta work on my kanji too. But first and foremost, I have to bow out of this song because I cannot look at these girls. I can't.
I didn't know what they looked like until I got to a stoplight. So I was being bad and listened to this in the car, just saying, or had the music video in the car, and then I get to a stoplight and I look and I'm like, holy cow, they're young. Oh my god. Well, I'm just gonna put my put my phone the opposite way so it's not awkward. But I liked the songs, although when I heard Tokimeki, I saw Tokimeki as the name. First thing I thought is the game Tokimeki Memorial. Just saying. The visual novel. So.
Wait.
I thought the songs were good, but yes, it's a little awkward because these girls are probably middle school. So I felt, even being a girl watching it, I felt a little bit awkward.
So I will tell you guys the story I've already told all these guys off air. When I was doing my Oricon research for the week, I was sitting right beside my mother. And I was like, once this song came on, I was like, I'm just gonna tab over and just listen to this, because there's no way on God's green earth I can watch this with my mother sitting literally right beside of me. So yeah, I was really uncomfortable too. But the song was, I mean, it was okay. I wasn't crazy about it, but it's all right.
Yeah, I wasn't particularly crazy on it either. I mean, it's a good song. And I mean, I guess all things aside, given how young the girls are, I thought the video was nice. At least the version that I saw, right? So there are two versions of the video. I saw the short version, which had, I guess the story was that they kind of recruited this new girl to be in their group, and so it was kind of like the process of her, I guess, becoming more like an idol and stuff like that. So it's I can see this being a hit with the younger girls, right? Especially in Japan, right? Because they all want to they all look up to these types of girls in these groups, right? So yeah,
well,
it's definitely,
I imagine those are the target demographic that the song's shooting for.
Yeah.
It's the target demographic and 35-year-old men.
Yeah.
Hey, we don't talk about that. The last time I brought that up, I was told not to talk about that.
I mean, it's the big elephant in the room, like literally right next to me, because I watched the live version of this song and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. They have the live version, they're dancing in the stage, and then they hand the camera towards the audience, and I'm just like, yep, that's what I thought the fans would probably be.
Bunch of salarymen.
Yeah, everyone wants to look out for the younger sister, or the younger sister.
Yeah.
Or
my
their
Daiji no
niece,
Imoto.
or their their daughter, whatever.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you're not going to tell you my experience at concert venues.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that.
Let's just not go into it.
What's sad is, like immediately when I I had the same thing as you, Luna. I saw a Tokimeki, and I just immediately thought of Tokimeki Experience.
Or the
lovely Poppin' Party song.
yeah, Poppin' Party song, right?
It was alright. The song was alright. I liked regardless.
The second one
Yeah,
better
the
than
second song,
first.
the Heart Shaker song was
Heart Shaker.
was
Yeah.
really good.
That was better. That was an improvement.
And just taking the age out of it, the question. Well, we shouldn't take the age out of the question, but
No, we shouldn't.
just yeah. But taking that out of the equation, there, I see a bright future for these girls, and if they just branch out just a little bit out from what the usual idol stuff is, I think they'll stand out just a little bit more, and that's what we can hope. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well, I mean,
so-
to be that young and producing music that hits number 4 in the Oricon, it takes a lot of talent. I'm not trying to detract from these girls. Like, they're really, really talented, and they do have a bright future.
But yeah, it sold a lovely 39,137 copies. And going on up, it is Supermoon by Hiromi Tosaka. If you guys don't know who Hiromi Tosaka is, he is of J Soul Brother fame. He is the other vocals, the main vocals for that group.
He's amazing. I freaking love Blue Sapphire. That's all I'm going to say. And I watched another video of his, and I'm like, well, hello there. Where have you been all my life?
I have a conspiracy theory about him that I'm just going to air right here. I'm convinced that man's a werewolf. 188%.
So
just
he's a
straight
werewolf.
up.
Tell me your conspiracy theory here.
That is my
he
conspiracy theory. He is a werewolf masquerading as a Japanese pop star.
Yeah, because he's a lot older than I thought he was.
How old is he?
He's like 30. I don't remember exactly how much.
Is
but
he in his 30s? He does not look it.
Right? Or
No.
This is
I don't
adding
wanna-
to my conspiracy theory.
Wait.
I was just going to go on his obsession with the moon.
I
Because
think
32
he's like 31
currently.
or something. Oh wait, don't quote me
Yeah,
on
he's
that.
Oh, he's
32.
my age.
he's my age.
But he looks like he could be like in his early 20s or something, right?
Yeah, he does. And Gray, if you think he looks young for that, you should look at Gactyl.
Oh yeah,
jokes
we
is
don't-
a
we don't
vampire.
talk about
that guy's a real
Oh,
vampire.
women.
That
Well,
guy's a real
he's a
vampire.
real
the reason why
vampire.
I think he's obsessed with the reason why I think he's a werewolf is because he's obsessed with the moon. He had Full Moon come out 9 months ago. The new single here is Supermoon, and in the Sapphire song, it ends with a pan shot to the moon. Like the guy is obsessed with the celestial body that orbits this Earth, and I'm like, what is
Maybe
your...
he really likes the song Amore.
Well, in Full Moon, his eyes turn brown like he's transforming into a werewolf.
Hey man, when the moon hits your eyes, man.
They don't glow that gold color.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, I have blue eyes, so my eyes would never turn gold or brown. It's the curse.
But yeah, the reason why this song is super famous, not Supermoon specifically, but the B-side song Blue Sapphire, which is like literally what I think is it's called Supermoon, but it's just literally the song that has Blue Sapphire in it. And the reason why that is Blue Sapphire is going to be the main theme song for the movie Detective Conan.
yeah.
Meitante Conan Konjo no Fisto. Yep.
This year's
Oh, baby.
iteration.
Yep. That's the one coming out this year.
Yeah. For people who don't know, Detective Conan is a long running manga and anime series, and once a year there's a Detective Conan movie that comes out in theaters. This is an annual thing.
Yeah,
You guys don't know what
yeah.
Detective Conan is? It's case closed in the West.
Yep, case
Yeah.
closed. And yeah, so there are so many movies at this point. A lot of them are good.
30
Some of them
something?
are all right. It can be hit or miss. But yeah, this, a very important thing for movies in Japan is having a good theme song, right? And this is a great song.
Yep.
So
Yep.
hopefully the movie stands up to it.
The best movie that I saw for Detective Conan was him versus Kaito Kid, and the Lupin the Third movie actually was really good.
Ooh, I love the Lupin the Third movie with Conan. I need to rewatch mine again.
Yeah, but that's because I really like Kaito Kid. But
Oh, you're gonna like this movie too then, because I think there's a real focus on Kaito Kid in this movie. So.
baby. Need to get that. But yeah, regardless, Blue Sapphire is an amazing song. And I really want to get this music video or the song now. So I'll probably buy the single when I go to Japan.
Yeah, excuse me. I really like the song too.
Were you turning into a werewolf there, man?
I wish that would be nice. But I did like this song. I actually also like Full Moon because when I went to do research for this, I thought Full Moon was the single, and so I wound up watching that, and I couldn't find Supermoon, so I watched Blue Sapphire. But I actually really wound up liking both songs a lot, and the guy's got amazing voice, so I can see why he's the other half of J Soul Brothers. Like, dude's got packed vocals.
Mm-hmm. Great voice. It's got a lot of that like hip hop sort of Latin vibes that are is common for like J Soul Brothers and Exile and whatnot. But it's really catchy.
But yeah, it sold a lovely 49,600 172 points there. And going on up is Anger Me or Engurumi with their song Koi wa Acha Acha and Yume Mita Jugonen. So, Luna, how'd you feel about this song? Because you were the one covering for it for the most of the part.
Okay, so I listened to Koi wa Acha Acha when it came out. I didn't care for it when it came out. I still do not care for Koi wa Acha Acha. I don't know what it is. I'm really hit or miss on Engurumi. I did like Yume Mita Jugonen. I actually like that because I love the lyrics. And the cool thing about it, you can watch the videos subbed on YouTube if you don't know Japanese. I really, really like the lyrics for that song. And I like that song better than Koi wa Acha Acha. I think that song was a little too, well, how do you say it? Hyper? I don't know if
they were doing the semi-floss throughout the song. So.
Yeah, I went the second side of the song. I love way better. I mean, I can see why Japan loves it. It's just Koi wa Acha Acha isn't my thing. But Yume Mita Jugonen was really, really good.
I will say I did prefer the second song over the first, but the first song is really, really different. This isn't the average idol song when you think of idol music.
No,
it has a very really Middle Eastern, almost Arabian Nightish sort of feel to the music.
Yeah, like a Bali.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. And I don't. It's different. I guess I think it's one of those songs where you find it more off-putting the first time you hear it because you're not expecting it. Mm-hmm. And I think that might get in the way of you enjoying it. But there's some good qualities to it. And, I mean, again, it's a different song. It's a different sound. And you got to give them props. At least they're not churning out the generic of generic idol songs.
Oh, yeah. Their songs do stick out a little more.
The second song is superior. I love the second song. The second song is amazing, but the Koi no Acha Acha is pretty good. Or is it I no Achi Acha?
It's Koi.
Koi. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So this being Anjurumu, for people who aren't familiar, is a Hollow Project group, and I feel like I've heard Hollow Project groups kind of do something similar before. Like if I recall correctly, there are a few Morning Musume songs in the past that kind of had this sort of Bali kind of vibe to it. So it definitely seems like a Tsunku song. I mean, I'm looking at who composed it now, and it's not. But him being the one in charge of Hollow Project, I'm not surprised that they would be the ones to make this kind of a song. It's very catchy, whether you want to like it or not, the whole acha 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 and the mochoto and the dance, the half floss. Yeah, I might be caught doing that half floss if I'm not doing anything else, just subconsciously, standing around. But yeah,
what
I mean,
what is that Morning Musume song that it's fairly...
There's definitely at least one or two Morning Musume songs.
There is that, it's a really popular song by them, and it's like very, very Arabian inspired.
I can't for the life of me remember which one. Though.
I can't either, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I used to be a big Musume fan, and it's been a while. I know what you're talking about, though.
I'm not too familiar with their background to help you guys out with your...
Okay. maybe one of our listeners
you're welcome.
will know the name off the top of their heads, but yeah, I guess that's the best we're gonna get for now.
Yeah, but it's interesting to say the least, and Hello Project, that's a whole other thing there. So, but it sold wonderful though. A lovely 50,270 points there. But yeah, going on up, it is HKT48 with their song with Ishii. And what's very special about this, it is this is Sashi Harino's last song because, her other song was the last song with AKB48, but now this is going to be her last song with HKT48, the group that she literally made relevant, if we're going to be really truthful there.
Wow.
Because, no, it's when she had her scandal, like this was years ago, when she had her scandal, she got exiled from AKB to go to HKT. And then she was the reason why HKT got so huge as it did.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's debatable whether or not she's the reason, but regardless, no one can argue that she definitely helped to make the group as popular as it is today, right? So,
yeah,
I keep forgetting she had that big scandal many years back.
I remember.
oh yeah. Yep, all the scandals that happens for any of the 48 groups, we were right there, right, Ken?
Yeah, we were there. we were there. We were in the trenches. I had to
We were on the
explain
front
why.
line.
We were on the front lines. I remember it like it was yesterday.
I remember. Yeah, no, it happened every single time. Oh, so you really like that 48 group? Well, why did that girl shave her head? Yeah, so
Same reason Britney Spears did. Leave it alone.
Oh,
no.
I totally forgot about that. Oh my god.
Leave her alone.
Well,
leave
it's
her
funny.
Britney
It's funny
alone.
because she's better now, right? They're all good now, so it's okay. But
They're all they're all back to sanity. Like people have moments where they just lose their minds. It happens to everyone. They move past it. Just some people have more public breakdowns than others do.
But yeah, going back to the song. I really like this song.
I second that. I actually loved it. And I loved the video because it was really colorful. Their outfits, their dancing. I thought everything was really, really good.
This is a good send-off for her compared to... I couldn't even tell you the last AKB song. I forgot what it was.
yeah,
but,
no offense to the AKB fans. Forget the name. Yeah.
Oh Lord, what was the name of that song? It was something Days.
Mimorin Days.
Oh.
That's better than I could tell you. I have no idea. I don't remember at all. I think it got erased from my memory, but
Well, because
Jiwaru
we
Days.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because we liked her solo song. We didn't like the AKB song. We didn't like the A-side track.
yeah, the
We
solo
liked her
song was
solo
actually
song.
much better.
Yeah, in my personal opinion, Jiwaru Days.
Like when the generic pop guy doesn't like it, you got a problem. I didn't like Jiwaru Days. Like golly, man. I'm like, yeah, it's okay. No, this is a much better send off.
Granted, it was much better than No Way Man, because that song could just die in a fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one was good and made me, wish that I listened to HKT a little bit more.
And you can, even though Sashi Harino is graduating, the group is still going to be around and, they're still available to make songs that you can get into. So.
They have a brighter
Very
future than
true.
NGT48.
Well, they still haven't fixed Sentimental Train.
I'm not surprised.
That stupid train ride. But yeah, I mean, Ishi is a great song. I loved it. I'll probably pick it up, and that's saying a lot for me. The guy that swore off 48 songs, that saying that I will pick this up. I will probably pick this up. Probably when I go to the lovely book off and I'll see it for like 50 yen, I'll probably pick it up. No, because that's what Japan does. They gut these things because they want the stupid photos, and then it sells for cheap. It sells for like 50 yen or like 100 yen. It sells for like $1.
Yep, that's very
because
true.
they gut everything out.
I miss Book Off.
I just missed
But yeah,
Japan.
I do too.
Ishii is amazing, and a good send off for her idol career, and it's it's interesting what she's gonna do now. She still has the Juice project that she's the producer of, so I want to see what her producing chops is more now, and I'm quite eager to see what's gonna happen. But yeah, HKT48 with Ishii sold a lovely 199,551 cabbies. That's per the course, I would assume.
Yeah.
Wiping out every little thing there. But yeah. Yeah, I want to thank you guys. I want to thank you, Rentford, for coming on. And, you might stick around for the next couple episodes, if I remember correctly.
I should. So there's a lot of stuff going on in my personal life right now, and I have a lot of things I need to get together. But this podcast and discussing Japanese music is the one highlight and the one thing I look forward to every single week. So I'm going to do my best to be on here. But if you don't hear me, I got my brain wrapped around some other things.
Yeah.
Or her hands wrapped around a martini.
Her bottle of beer, her vodka.
Yeah.
I mean, she was celebrating last week. I have to rib her a little
I
bit.
want to thank you for coming on for this week. It meant a lot for me to have you on finally.
Yeah, no, I've been meaning to get onto the show at some point. It's just, I guess until now it's been difficult because of scheduling and everything. So yeah, I'm really glad to finally be able to be on the show, and it's really nice to finally get to talk with all of you about music. So yeah, I would like to be on the show in the future too. The next few weeks, it's gonna be Golden Week in Japan, so I don't think I'll be able to be on. But since it works for me much better now as far as scheduling goes than when I was back at home. Yeah, I would love to be on the show in the future as well. So
we'd love to have you again.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. That means a lot to me. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, thank you for coming on. It's been a blast talking to you, and it's been a lot of fun. This has been a great episode.
I agree.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what to expect. This is my first podcast appearance, so I was a little nervous going into it. But yeah, you guys all make it really easy to talk, and yeah, it's been a blast. So thank you.
But yeah. Where can we find you lovely people on the internet? Let's start with you, Rentford.
So you can find me on Twitter at, I believe it's Rentford D. So RENTFORDD. So that's at Rentford, at Mark on Twitter. And yeah, that's all I have for now.
Yeah. And you can find the podcast at ongakuryu on Twitter and Instagram. You can find the site at ongakuryu.com. You can find me at OTYKen1. You can find Luna at...
You can find me at LunaMaria87 on Twitter, or you can follow me on Instagram at NerdyCollectorLuna.
And Gray at...
You can find me at ongakugray at twitter.com, and I frequently tweet about things I'm listening to, so if you're curious what I'm listening to, by all means, follow me.
Yeah, you can also follow our two affiliates, Koryu Hunter. He is a Japanese Twitch streamer and our pretty much our living U-Haul at this moment. And he does the scary, spooky games. He was doing Silent Hill 2 last night. I popped in just for a bit just to say hello. But you can catch him on twitch.tv/KoryuHunter, KYORYUHUNTER. And you can follow our other affiliate, Timbertaff. He is a Twitch streamer and singer in his own right, doing an English version of Devilman Crybaby's ultimate opening theme song there. And you can follow him at twitch.tv/Timbertaft, TIMBERTAFT. And don't forget to follow the site at ongakuryu.com. And I want to thank you guys and thank our very special guest, Rentford, for joining us. And he'll be continuing on for the next couple weeks, possibly. Who knows? It just depends on schedule, yes?
Yes. And you should be you should have your eyes sorry. You should have your eyes peeled for articles from me in the future as well. So
yeah. And I'm pretty sure we are going to do something special when I go to Japan, when when that does happen. So stick tuned for that.
Yeah, we have some special treats. Hopefully, it all falls into place, but we might have some special reports, to say the
Oh,
least.
baby.
We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. Yeah, but I think
Yeah.
it'll be a treat.
The most important thing you guys need to know, it's going to be dope, and that's all that matters.
Yep, definitely, definitely. It's gonna be a blast for the both of us, and hopefully we can share that with all of you. So, looking forward to
But
that.
yeah. Thank you guys very, very much for listening to this week's episode of Ongaku to You. I'm your host, Ken, saying thank you very much and have a great day. Aloha.
Thank you very much for listening to the episode tonight. I hope you all enjoyed it. This is Luna signing off.
This is Rentford. Thank you for having me again, and have a great day.
And this is Gray saying, everyone have a great week, and we'll see you next week.